Well, I've been at this a long time. So in one shape or another, I've always been involved in community. I have championed certain issues throughout the time. And I just, I want people to know that. I want people to know that I have their back. I have the back of the riding, and I, will work hard. This job is all about the work. When you sit at county council, you are placed there as the deputy mayor or mayor, but you are there to look at the broad scope of SD&G, and the things that are impacting every little municipality and township comes to the table, and you're looking at it as what can we do as this great geographic area to make things better for our residents. So we've had the conversation extensively about education and how we need better representation to make sure that rural education is well represented. We've had the conversation about mental health and making sure that our Ontario provincial police officers have tools in their tool belt to be able to help whenever one of our residents is going through the worst day of their life. They've got that added resource, and we couldn't get funding from the province, so the counties, I championed it to make sure that the counties put some funding dollars on the table. We've had the conversation around long-term care for our seniors and wanting them to have the best facilities within SD&G as possible. We've had the conversation around housing and how it's impacting our residents. So really the county council table is that broad upper tier municipal level where you do champion directly to the province, hey, we need this help and we need the resources to be able to make the changes. The fact that there's a provincial plan for Eastern Ontario that does not include the 138 that has been discussed over and over again and is of great concerns to our residents, to the point that we have residents that will not drive on the 138 because they find it unsafe. That's a massive issue. 31, one of the major arteries to the nation's capital, and we have municipalities that are growing, that have more commuters that are going to Ottawa. To not have that recognized as something that there should be a long-term plan to address the traffic, we were absolutely forgotten. And at the county level, we've had a lot of discussions. I previously sat on the police services board. There were a lot of discussions about the safety factor. So there's all these discussions going on, and people are absolutely livid, and they're worried as well. I mean, commuting in the winter on an unsafe highway, whenever you've got the weather factors and driver factors as well, but the road is not designed to deal with that volume. It's not working for the area. I'm so connected to so many parts of our riding. I have either through family memories or professional connections or volunteer opportunities. I just feel that because of that connection, I'm here to protect this riding. I'm here to advocate for this riding. You couple that connection and deep respect and love for our riding with my professional experience. I do have an extensive experience as a public servant. I know how government works. I know how rolling out provincial programs works. I know how the funding models work. That combined, I really can champion this and have deeper conversations with people about what matters to them. My whole entire career has been about people. And honestly, the people that I've run into, when they're bringing a concern forward, they want to know, did you hear me? Do you see me? Do you see why this decision is impacting me? And that's something that I've been very proud of, that it didn't matter if I was a volunteer victim services responder, or I was managing a Service Ontario, or I was chair of my daughter's school. Hearing, listening, having the discussion, being able to be experienced enough to know the questions to ask and be experienced enough to know who to talk to about things done or get the answer. I think that's the difference for me. I've been at this for a long time in different roles that now all come together that make me the strongest for this role.